Everywhere I go, I see his face. I just really miss him.
You gonna be the next Iron Man now?
Well, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy doing your jobs.
Oh. I'm kidding. Look, keep up the good work.
Because I am going on vacation.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
That was so good.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Happy.
You look nice.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. New dress?
Yes, it is.
How'd you know?
What just happened?
2 weeks in Europe.
It's gonna be great.
I'm just gonna enjoy my trip. I think Nick Fury just hijacked our summer vacation.
Awesome.
Hi everyone, it's Charlie. We're getting ready for Spider-Man Far From Home, but in addition to a bunch of trailer scenes that did not wind up in the movie, they just revealed a bunch of other really cool deleted scenes that will break down the video. So we just did this top 10 style. There are no spoilers in this for the movie. This is all about stuff that either got cut out or stuff from the trailers that did not make it into the movie. So no worries, no spoilers. We're doing that IMAX ticket giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a Spider-Man comment on the video. I'll name a new winner at the end of this. Starting with number 10. There's a whole part of the movie, like a solid 10 minutes at the beginning, that they had to cut out right as Peter was getting ready to actually go on his class trip to Europe. You can divide the movie into a couple different parts. One part is funny high school comedy. The other part is a really big superhero action film. So one of the reasons why they cut so much out at the beginning is because they felt like it just slowed things down. Like they wanted to ramp things up to crazy town as fast as possible. But during these scenes, they called it Peter's checklist, all the things that he had to do before he could leave New York City. So a lot of this you see during the trailers, like I included that clip at the beginning of this. 9. There's a scene of him patrolling the streets of Queens in the Iron Spider suit in the weeks and months since the end of Avengers Endgame. You see a little bit of them coming back to school in the Avengers Endgame end credit scenes with all the different Avengers going their separate ways. Like you have Thor going off with the Guardians of the Galaxy, you have Spider-Man reuniting with Ned Leeds for the first time, so you know that they've been back at school for a little while at the beginning of the film. Initially, those scenes were just meant to be him trying to go back to being normal, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man after going to outer space. Like Nick Fury says, "Bitch, you been to space." But he still had the Iron Spider suit upgrade, so he was a way more hardcore friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, showing a little bit of the signs of the emotional breakdown and the PTSD, thus setting the mood for him to need that quote-unquote vacation. I just want to take a little break. Number 8, the next part of his checklist was him picking up his new passport like you see during the trailers because 5 years had gone by, so he needed to renew it anyway. If you look here, big Easter egg, the year he was born is a little bit different, but his birthday is the same day that Amazing Fantasy number 15 was released, the very first appearance of Spider-Man in the comics. Pretty cool in terms of birthday Easter eggs. I wouldn't be surprised if you found that a lot of the Avengers heroes had birthdays on the date of their first comic book appearance. Number 7, next deleted scene was him visiting Mr. Delmar's new bodega at the new location to pick up some supplies for the trip. Just really casual scene with him checking in, since the last one was blown up by the Shocker and his crew during Spider-Man Homecoming with the Vulture's black market Chitauri weapons.
Mrs. Delmar.
If you look in the background behind Mr. Delmar's counter there, you can actually see newspaper clippings of Spider-Man's more recent saves from before Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame because he's still wearing the old Stark Tech suit in the pictures. So Mr. Delmar confirmed is a huge Spider-Man stan, just like Flash Thompson.
Who are you? I work with Spider-Man. You work for Spider-Man? I work with Spider-Man, not for Spider-Man.
6, there was a scene of him having to sell a bunch of his vintage Star Wars toys to get cash spending money for the trip. Kevin Feige and the director had some funny jokes about this. They said that when they were filming, Tom Holland was a little confused by some of the things they had him do during this scene because Tom Holland is not a big Star Wars fan and has not seen any of the original trilogy movies before. So you have Spider-Man selling all these vintage Star Wars toys that are actually worth some pretty decent money, but Tom Holland doesn't understand their real-world significance. Like, why would this be worth a lot of money? While he's in the process of haggling, he takes back his Lobot figure, like, no, I can't sell that. I guess maybe because Spider-Man is a big fan of the Lobot character, or maybe because that particular action figure was worth way more money. But the people on set had to explain to Tom Holland who Lobot was and why he was an important character. For some reason, within the MCU, Lobot is an important figure to Spider-Man. Maybe it made him think about Tony Stark, part man, part machine with the arc reactor. Make all the theories you want about why Lobot would be a really important character to Spider-Man. 5, one of the biggest parts of that montage that got cut was him taking down all these mobsters you see in the Iron Spider suit. It's the Manfredi crime family that he's helping capture with the police. Most of you will probably remember that the Manfredi crime family is led by Silvio Manfredi, aka Silvermane, so this means that Silvermane is an MCU character. Even though they cut this scene, they released it with a lot of the Blu-rays, so I still think of it as canon to the MCU. So Silvermane exists in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but we don't know what he looks like or how old he is, or if he's already trading in black market Chitauri weaponry like the Vulture was. I wouldn't expect full-blown cyborg Silvermane to roll out anytime soon though, or for him to flip out any magical de-aging tablets. They actually did the character during the 90s animated Spider-Man series, so you can watch that if you're a really big fan of the Silvermane character. 4, this is actually pretty cool, Captain Britain was cut from an early version of the movie. There were a lot of rumors early on about him possibly having a cameo, now we know why, but the idea was that they were going to be spending so much time in Europe and London during the movie, it made sense that they would reference some British Marvel superheroes, so that's why they wanted to initially include Captain Britain. The cool thing is, though, you'll remember that Captain Britain was already canonized in the MCU during Avengers Endgame. There's a scene during the 1970s when Captain America almost gets caught by Peggy Carter when they go back to get the Tesseract. He sneaks into her office and then she walks in on the other side of the glass talking about an Agent Braddock, who is Captain Britain in the comics. There were also rumors about the Black Knight possibly being a Marvel character, but he's from the Captain Britain comics, so maybe the Black Knight rumors just spun out of the Captain Britain rumors. 3, another big deleted scene. Early on when they were making the movie, the class tour group was supposed to visit New Asgard in Norway on the seaside, sort of a post-Avengers Endgame follow-up to the Thor, Valkyrie, and Hulk scenes from Endgame. They didn't say whether or not they thought about doing a Valkyrie cameo because she's Queen of Asgard now. More likely that it would have been Korg and Meek, just because the class trip scenes in the movie are meant to be comedic scenes, and those characters just work better for that kind of energy. Plus, if you bring back Korg and Meek, you can do a follow-up joke paying off that Noob Master Fortnite reference during Avengers Endgame. Korg finally wastes Noob Master, evil villain of Marvel Phase 4. 2, this is a really big one. Early on, Anthony Mackie was supposed to have a cameo as the brand new version of Captain America. They didn't say what he was supposed to have been doing or how he would have helped Spider-Man during the movie. But in real life, after they revealed this, Anthony Mackie went to Twitter to complain, blaming Tom Holland for ruining the movie. It's all your fault. I was supposed to be in this movie.
Those wings carbon fiber?
Is this stuff coming out of you?
That would explain the rigidity-flexibility ratio, which, gotta say, that's awesome.
I don't know if you've been in a fight before, but there's usually not this much talking.
All right, sorry, my bad.
I can't really speculate more about where he would have fit into the movie without talking about more spoilery stuff that happens in the second half, so I'll just add that to my videos next week when I start doing Easter eggs and post-credit scene videos. But number 1, this is a really big one. The director revealed that early on he had wanted to do a live-action version of Miles Morales, but what happened is they wound up doing him in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and because that movie went so well and was so well received, the live-action Spider-Man MCU producers just opted to wait on it until they could do a movie where they could fully devote their attention to introducing Miles instead of making it a small cameo thing. Plus, if you really think about it, Peter Parker isn't old enough for Miles Morales to come around. Traditionally, Miles doesn't get the spider bite until Peter Parker in the Ultimate Universe is a fully actualized adult version of the character. And right now in the MCU, Tom Holland's version of the character is still a junior in high school. So maybe Marvel Phase 5, when Spider-Man is in his 20s, we'll start seeing Miles Morales pop up, and then they can do his own spin-off franchise if things go well. Let me know in the comments though, what is your favorite deleted scene so far? And once you do have a chance to see the movie, let me know what you wish they had included in it. If we learn about any more really big deleted scenes or anything that they were planning on including in the movie originally, I'll do new videos about that. But look out for my post-credit scene video and my Easter eggs starting Tuesday. Probably post-credit scene first, then I'll do Easter egg the day after that. Be sure to go see the movie. It is very important to the future of Marvel Phase 4 and what's going on in a larger sense with all these characters. Absolutely mind-blowing post-credit scene. My next video will be for that new Avengers Endgame post-credit scene and the new deleted scenes that they're tacking on to the Avengers Endgame extended cut that should post Saturday morning. Congratulations, Eduardo Lopez, you're the giveaway winner from my last big Marvel video. Please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your details. Click here for that brand new Taskmaster versus Black Widow teaser from the new Avengers Endgame prequel movie, and click here for my non-spoilery Spider-Man Far From Home review. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.